What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over what I want to see as far as playoff content in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM, and we're going to start by taking a look all the way back at 2K20, moving our way forward into what we saw for the NBA playoffs. Now, as we do dive into this thing, if you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. I, as always, really do appreciate all of the support. Now, in 2K20, it's tough because you can't even go all the way back. So I would honestly be lying to tell you guys that I even know what we saw in 2K20 as far as playoff content, because I don't remember. I really don't. As far as, some of the other, playoff type of cards, there really isn't a whole ton here to look at. But if you do go to 2K21, this is where you can, go all the way back. So let's look at 2K21 and then ramp up a little bit. Now, in 21, what type of content did we see? Well, it was a different year because we saw moments cards, guys. Like, how crazy is it that in 21 we saw different moments cards added into the game, different agendas, Tony Kukoc. We just saw way more different cards, and it's just crazy that the times have changed this much. Like, it really is. Season Rewind we saw obviously was a crazy drop. Now, again, this is important to remember. 2K21, this is when the game was really popping, right? Like, the game was crazy. I think this is when, like, we were coming out of COVID, if I'm remembering correctly. But, or not coming out of COVID, but during COVID, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, just a whole ton of different things. Obviously, playoff content specifically, there really wasn't a whole ton. The one thing is we just kept seeing these season rewind type of cards, just some type of real life content, right? Incorporating the NBA into the game. Now, if you go to 2K22, this is really where what I want to hit on today, right? Obviously, when we're seeing the gold cards, but boom, playoff moments, right? This is Timberwolves legend Pat Bev, right? 2K22 playoff moments cards. Troydan got ejected last night. But, like, if you go and look at what we saw 3 years ago, I'm not talking anything crazy. Literally just 3 years ago. Is this too much to ask for? Now, again, obviously that was after was it after all the playoffs? Or all the playing games or not? I don't know. But imagine we loaded up the game today, right? And we saw play-in moments cards. Imagine, right? And all you got to do is go to yesterday's stat line. Cole Anthony, out of nowhere, right? And I'm going to say out of nowhere because it really was. Cole Anthony drops 26 points off the bench. I mean, literally out of nowhere. Is that his season high? I might be gassing it. But 23 points off the bench, or 26 points. Sorry, Cole Anthony, I didn't mean to discredit you. Imagine if we today loaded up and saw a Galaxy Opal Cole Anthony that we could grind for. Would that not get the community excited? Incorporating the NBA into the real life playoffs, like that would, again, all we need is moments cards for the winning teams. So cool, give Cole Anthony a card. You saw last night Jimmy Butler had 38 points. You don't think he deserves a card? I mean, come on, 2K. We saw a dark matter trade. We couldn't get a dark matter Jimmy. You don't even have to change his SIGs or anything. These are the types of things that we need to see, though. These play-in moments cards were so it. But it just went down to the whole point of we used to see moments cards in this game. And obviously at this stage, it's just not how it goes. It's sad, but it's not how it goes. Now, different moments cards obviously were a thing back then, but we saw playoff moments cards. This is what I want to see. And again, I'm not asking for 2K to do anything too crazy, but just give us different playoff moments cards and I'll be happy. Playoff moments round one. For every team that wins a first round series, they should at least get a moments card. I'd like to see more moments cards than just that, right? So, like, for every card that has, or every guy that has a big game in the playoffs, I'd like to see them get a card. I don't think it's that difficult, Like, I genuinely don't, right? Tonight, we got more games. We got the Heat versus Bulls, the Kings versus Mavs. Let's say in this game, I'm just going to throw out a name. Let's say Keegan Murray has 25 points tonight and leads the Kings to the win. Why can we not get a Keegan Murray card? Like, if you go to this year and look up Keegan Murray, how many good Keegan Murray cards do we have? I mean, genuinely, how sad is that? that I search Keegan Murray's name and we have 0 usable Keegan Murrays this year? What are we doing? Like, at the end of the day, what are we doing? This type of content is not that hard to give us. You know, and obviously if you make the free content, it's way better. I would love a grindable, you know, moments types of playoff content. Incorporating the NBA into 2K is something that I've always wanted. I've always felt like that is something that 2K has missed out on. And that is such an easy thing to do. Okay? Go into 2K23. What do we see around NBA playoff time? Well, all you got to do is take a look. And again, there's not a whole ton here. We saw Rush, which I actually did like the Rush kind of drops. That was fire. We saw the all-time spotlight, which was fine. But if you're looking like at the NBA playoff type of content, we really didn't see a whole ton. You know, we didn't. And so, like, it's one of those things that as times went on, I feel like 2K has went away from giving us like the playoff type of content, which just stinks. Like even last year, if you go into it, there's no sort of NBA playoffs, right? And so you really got to go back to 2K22, or I think, yeah, 22 to get the type of content that I actually didn't mind. You know, like playoffs, conference, semifinals, these type of cards are needed. You know, they are. They're fun cards. They're needed. Imagine a Kevon Looney, man. Imagine a Quentin Post this year. I know we already got a him card, but, you know, could be good. Imagine a Men Thompson that's souped up. Like, the opportunities for 2K are off the charts. The sad part about it is, if you look at what we've got this year, we're really getting content one time a week. Because I'm not even going to talk about these flash drops as being content. Like, it's really not content. And it's really nothing that's, you know, worth even talking about. And I'm not trying to, you know, get you guys mad or like, you know, bash 2K, but it's the facts. There has never been a time more than right now where I think we need NBA playoff moments cards. I do. And again, am I asking for the most? Am I asking for 100 overalls? No. I'm asking for a way in which 2K can get people excited to grind for a certain card. Again, you look at the cards that we saw in 22, they're not, for the most part, you know, superstars. You look at these cards, they're for the most part not superstars. Al Horford, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's obviously good. Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, Grant Williams, Kevon Looney, Max Strus. You can't give us those type of cards. So let's say for the Timberwolves, right? Nickeil Alexander-Walker has a good game. You can't give us a decent Nickeil card? I'm just asking, right? Like, let's say, you know, for the Celtics, you know, like Peyton Pritchard has a good series. You can't give us a decent Peyton Pritchard card? I mean, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? This game needs playoff moment cards in the worst way. It does. There are so many exciting matchups in round one. So many. Like, what? We got the Warriors versus Rockets. That's not that exciting. Nuggets versus Clippers. I don't know who's going to win that series. Lakers versus Timberwolves. I don't know who's going to win that series. You got the Warriors versus Rockets. Obviously, I think the Warriors are going to win the series, but who knows? The Rockets are the 2 seed. And then you're going to have the Thunder versus Grizz. And I know the Grizz aren't necessarily, playing that well right now, but they're still not an easy out. Obviously, the Eastern Conference I don't think is as exciting because the play-in teams kind of stink. Sorry for the Magic fans out there, but it's kind of true. But still, you got like the Pistons versus Knicks. That's an exciting series. You got all these exciting series, and even a guy like I'm just gonna throw something out there. Okay, got a guy like Tobias Harris for the Pistons. We haven't seen a good Tobias Harris since season 3. Okay, like I'm not asking for anything too crazy. I'm not. Even a Malik Beasley card. Like, do we have a good Malik Beasley card in my team? I don't know. Like, no. You got all these cards with all the potential to make all this content, 2K. And this, we're not going to get anything. But just give us something like this, man. Like, just give us something like this. And I don't even remember these cards. Honestly, like, I don't. Because it was 2K22 and that was so long ago. But this is the last game in which we saw some good cards. Like, do y'all remember this exchange, Drew Holiday? He was so good, man. And now we're getting the signature series cards. Maybe that's a sign, right? They're going back to 2K22, giving us some signature series cards. So maybe, just maybe, and I'm not saying yes, but maybe 2K will decide to give us some moments cards. I really hope so. Am I expecting it? Absolutely not. Would I love it? Absolutely. right? It starts with playing moments, 2K. That's where it starts, okay? Give us some playing moments. We'll move from there. It's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.